Welcome. I am Erin Pearson Mills, your favorite Las Vegas redhead realtor.
I'm Nick Aquino, co-founder of Aquino Capital Group and your local mortgage broker.
I am Edward Znart. I am a local real estate agent and a market analyst.
And this is Unlocking Las Vegas. Hello again and welcome to another podcast of Unlocking Las Vegas with your favorite redhead realtor, LV, Erin Pearson Mills. I can't tell you how many people don't include the Pearson. It drives me crazy. And my son-in-law, Edward Znart, your market analyst. How's it going?
It's going.
By the way, do you say analyst or analyst?
It's analyst.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, analysis is you're analyzing something. Analyst is a title.
Like more annoying.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, if you want to talk about something annoying, let's get right into it. It's holiday.
What annoys Edward? That should be the name of our podcast. That's what I think.
You want to know what really grinds my gears?
Yes.
It's Thanksgiving coming up.
That's my favorite subject.
And I'm usually very chippy about it, but this year is just, I'm not ready for it. It's coming too quick.
Yeah, okay, listen. Thanksgiving, in my opinion, it's unpopular, but to me it feels like a 1950s holiday. It is geared toward and I'm not even gonna say men, it's geared toward the people that wanna sit on the couch, take naps, eat, go back to the couch, hang out.
Watch football.
It's a holiday for that type of person. Where on the other side, there's the people that are getting up early. By the way, why do we have Thanksgiving dinner at noon? This has always bothered me. Dinner time is dinner time. I am not getting up to put a turkey in the oven at 3 a.m. Anyway, point being that, me and Craig, we have chosen to work this holiday, which I love, and you and Isabel are flying to Chicago and having a wonderful time, so I don't know why this is so bad for you.
Because I have to travel. I mean, and on top of that,
traveling in an airport over Thanksgiving?
Well, that, and it'll be, not to bring it up, but I'm going to bring it up, F1 is this weekend, and the city of Las Vegas is just a shit show. And
because let's be clear, F1 is here, but people are still arriving. So we are going to Utah this weekend for all of you football fans out there, college football. Go Cougs. We're going to go watch BYU up in Provo.
Going to be a murder.
That's okay. Go Cougs. But we're now getting texts that we need to get there 3 hours in advance. And initially on the news, it said 4 hours in advance. So you guys, next week, leaving or coming from Las Vegas, we have F1. We don't know when they're leaving.
And it's funny because I don't know if you saw the news this morning, but something like 500 private jets have been arriving since yesterday.
But let's be clear, that's not going to impact the regular people at McCarran. Oh, not McCarran.
It's Harry Reid.
It will always be McCarran.
It's like the Sears Tower in downtown Chicago.
McCarran.
Call it the Willis Tower or Comiskey. It's not whatever it is now. It's Comiskey.
Moving on.
But
regular people traveling.
Well, I mean, we'll segue into this, but I mean, traveling in general just sucks.
I mean, at least you don't have kids. I love traveling, but we will get into that. I love traveling because people love to love me when I travel.
No, travel sucks.
I embarrass Craig, but everything works.
On top of that, I mean, let's just kind of get into this. I was reading about F1, and somebody said that while the weather is very warm during November here, they said that it gets cold at night, and
it's the desert.
I had to do a double take because Vegas gets cold.
Well, you come from Chicago too, and I love that people walk around here. I know they're Canadian because they're jumping in the pools in December, and that's all good. But listen, we're actually the top rated state and city that you get pneumonia in the summertime because you're staying in air conditioning, you go out into the heat, then you come back. So the chill is real.
Yeah, I mean, last night it got down to 52 degrees, and today it's 70, so it's not terrible, but
it's not the Windy City. I will forever live here.
No, it's not terrible, but I mean, we've had snow at some point in the last 2 years in Las Vegas?
Yeah, it's rare.
It's very rare, but kind of segueing here, we can talk about Vegas weather and everything every day, or all day, but regardless, let's talk about...
It's a dry heat.
It's a
dry cold.
Let's talk about interest rates. For people that follow that type of thing, interest rates have dropped, and a moment of silence because we are missing our beloved lender Nick. He is still sick.
We wish him well, but we do not want to get sick.
With the bubonic plague, but bless his soul. But one thing that's interesting about interest rates is they are down a little bit, 7.8% as of this morning, according to Bankrate. The Consumer Price Index came out, and for those of you that don't know what it is, the Consumer Price Index is kind of like how they determine inflation and the cost of living, and a lot of things come out of this, and it comes out about 3-4 times a year. So what's important to kind of know here, I have some notes on my phone I'm gonna read off of.
Let's go.
It showed no change, which is really good because that means that the price of goods, from everything from food to cars
Gas is
to
going down.
houses to gas, has kind of stagnated. And that it is up 3.2% from last year, but that's normal. I mean, inflation, you want to keep it around 3% anyways, so it's a little higher than expectations, but
almost there.
we're right around where we need to be. And if you have any play on the stock market, your stock should be doing very good. I would check your Fidelity accounts, but I mean, most importantly, it's just it kind of signals the sign of the times, because if you're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, you got all these financial people telling you that the world is going to end, and the data just doesn't say that the world is going to end. We are on track to hopefully see a rate decrease early next year, especially with the CPI coming out. I'm going to be bullish on that claim, but again, we don't know. I believe the Fed will convene again on the 13th to decide if they're going to raise rates. I'm not going to say that they are or aren't, but my guess would be is they just keep them kind of where they're at.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet on them not doing it.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna lay my cards out.
well, I mean, especially with what we're seeing like right now, like you had a buyer and you were telling us the other day that you had multiple offers on houses you were buying.
Yeah, so here's my input. I literally hate those agents that get online, any platform, they're like, it's the perfect time to buy. You're gonna hear that day in and day out, and it rubs me the wrong way. Guess what? It's not the perfect time to buy, or it is the perfect time to buy for specific individuals. These individuals, it's a great story. We met in an open house about 9 months ago, and they called me up. They're like, we're ready to go. Like, our lease is ending. They were amazing. So they're locking in at a little bit higher rate, knowing that they have an FHA loan. They can refinance in 6 months, which will be hopefully the perfect time for them. Okay? A little uncomfortable for about 5 months. Here's my point. You are correct. We're at $500,000, and we saw about 13 homes. And we put in an offer on 3. You know, we kind of threw out the fishing lines because they really liked them all. Every single one of them had multiple offers. Okay? Now that it's been rare. I haven't seen that in absolutely months, but these were amazing homes. So again, for the sellers, this is moving. It is moving ground for people. So my point is that I still got them $13,000 to cover their closing costs because I'm just a good agent, but there were tactics to that. We allowed the sellers to stay in until after the holidays, so we negotiated lease backs, and that's where it separates a good agent from a bad agent, is actually asking the listing agent, what do your sellers need? Everybody will just write a contract, but they don't care about the actual sellers. Anyway, win for me, moving forward.
But I mean, that's kind of a big deal, especially, you know, in the greater Las Vegas market. Because I am of the opinion that in the next couple of years, you know, houses at $500,000 are going to be pretty rare, especially with things like, you know, we have the Super Bowl coming for the first time.
Let's start on the stack.
God.
Let's stack up Vegas
I mean,
more than we already have.
I mean, we have the Super Bowl coming in February.
I'm actually really excited for that.
F1 is here, and whether they come back or not, we'll find out. But the Super Bowl is here, so that's going to be huge. This morning, the Oakland A's got approval from the MLB owners to relocate to
Nobody's happy.
Vegas.
Nobody's happy in Oakland. I saw that.
Well, it sucks for the city of Oakland. I mean, it's great for us because we're finally getting another team that's not the Raiders, but wished it wouldn't have been the A's regardless. But that
let's talk about location. Where are they putting this blessed stadium? Where in the universe?
I mean, so they bought some land adjacent to Allegiant Stadium, and in other areas of the country like Philadelphia, and I want to say Texas. I could be wrong.
You're the sports guy on this channel.
They have the stadiums next to each other. They have the football stadium, and then they have the the baseball stadium right next to it. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. I mean, right now the ideal spot is going to be the site that the Tropicana currently sits on, but there's also been discussion of them knocking down the Rio, putting it there. That plot of land that they bought over by the Allegiant Stadium, but they said that the move probably wouldn't happen until 2028 at the earliest. So we'll see, but that's kind of one of the last big hurdles. The next big one will be deciding how the stadium's going to get paid for. So that'll be interesting to see how Vegas locals take that.
Well, and I have to say, if they do build it by the old Rio, do you know what would be an impeccable investment?
What?
Your condos in the Palms.
Yes.
Your condos in the Palms. So
Well,
we can
even
kind of,
those-
we should go tour them. I've done it before and dive into it. But for the price and for their HOA that includes so
Well, what
much,
you get. Oh yeah.
walking distance to that, plus Airbnb potential.
Well, not only that, but like we both live in the Southwest, so we're 15 minutes from the Strip. We're I can get to Allegiant Stadium in 20 minutes, and that's with an event going on.
I can get home in a rickshaw in 18.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Remember that?
we can get to the MSG Sphere in 30 minutes, and that's if you decide you want to burden yourself and take Las Vegas Boulevard. But
I heard that the parking at the Sphere is quite high though, so I think that I would always tell people to take a ride share or, have a 25-year-old son-in-law.
yeah, you could do that. I mean, but it's going to get busier, especially the Sphere. Yesterday, news kind of broke that we are going to have a second residency there alongside U2.
I think somebody's going to be happy.
It's not me. I mean, I love her, but
My office manager
Beyonce is going to be having.
is going to have a spaz.
Supposedly is in discussion to have a residency at the Sphere, and it will involve a $13 million stage in setup. I mean, I've never been to a Beyonce show. I know you've been, but
went to Beyonce.
I know she puts on some beautiful, beautiful productions.
Well,
so
and here's the thing. I don't know if you know or if you can do research really quick. How much are the U2 tickets currently?
U2
I looked
tickets?
before they came, and it was pretty high priced. I mean, but shows, they are amazing here in Las Vegas. A Cirque show. So I wanted to know the average because our anniversary is coming up. And I know that you can go and do a quote unquote Sphere experience. You're not seeing U2, you're not seeing Beyonce, but it's a big, beautiful show that you get to go in and experience. You get to wander through the hallways, and you can even get an avatar of yourself and send it to you. All sorts of fun things. That's about $100 per person.
I mean,
Now, for a 27-year anniversary, that sounds like a good time. And for you old people out there like myself, you can go and do that at noon or 2:30 on a Sunday,
that is true.
not 9 p.m. During the week.
For the record, I just want to say that I do enjoy a couple of U2 songs. I
I enjoy them all.
I
I,
have no
I was
hate.
like, I traveled there. I mean, I'm a
Bono.
child of the 80s.
Bono is a pretty good singer, but regardless, going back to it, so this is StubHub.
Dang!
This is StubHub, and this is general admission, so this is right in front of the stage. I would encourage everybody to go on TikTok or YouTube, look up how the Sphere is set up because these tickets are pretty steep. General admission for like section 108, which is just to the right of the stage.
My mouth is open.
About $570, and that's assuming you don't want to spend up to the $1,800 to get right as close as you.
I don't
you
love
humanly
Bono that
possible. No, I don't either. But for some people that just, especially people that are here and just really like U2, or they just want to see the Sphere and see that technology before it.
I mean, a lot of Vegas is for the 1%.
It's definitely heading that way, but
I'm sorry, how many PJs are in town right now?
there's about 500 private jets expected for the weekend of Formula One.
And back to Formula One, it really agitated me on the news 2 days ago. They had a very rich person, okay, no names, and they had the film crew in his private jet, and he's all fancy, and he was like, I bought tickets as soon as they came out. I can't believe how inexpensive these were. And I'm all, listen, Sultan of Brunei or whoever you are. I mean, come on. I don't know a lot about F1. I embrace everything that comes here until proven guilty. And so, but isn't F1 kind of like golf? kind of the upper echelon, or you've got to be a diehard that you're saving for this to come and see it?
I mean, F1 is cool, especially if the Monaco race that happens every year. Like, it's cool, but in my opinion, it's one of those things. It's kind of like golf. Like, do you want to wait at a certain hole to watch?
I like NASCAR because it's
golf?
all right there. You can see it all,
I mean, it's like
and you can get corn.
I'll go to NFL games every day of the week, but
dipped in butter.
What am I going to do? I'm going to see these cars go past me at 250 miles an hour for 10 seconds and then just sit there and watch them on TV.
It's more about the community
and
the
experience.
Full-on experience. I mean, and what's with the champagne? There's like champagne pop-ups everywhere.
Well, I mean, it's ridiculous, and tickets are still like. I was reading something from Forbes, and they were talking about how tickets have dropped below $1,000.
My heavens, let's go!
Right, and that doesn't even count. Like, just remember, these races are not happening at like 7 o'clock on a Friday. No, these are happening at like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. So if you're in town and you're by the Strip, good luck.
Or if you have hotel rooms there, God forbid. Let's see. So I actually had So the main race is Saturday night at 10 p.m. That's
awesome.
not drastic. That's not drastic.
It's not terrible.
But they have tons of them. Like the practices start at midnight and that sort of a thing. So it's crazy.
after a day of raging, you lost all your money.
You better take a disco nap.
Yeah, you better invest in some good noise canceling headphones and a pretty good eye mask because you're going to be in trouble. But the good news is that if F1 does decide to stay and the A's do end up coming here, we might have a new airport. So
I heard that.
So news broke yesterday. Well, not yesterday, a few days ago.
What would they be calling that airport?
Who knows? Prim. Because they bought, basically there was some land purchased. I don't know exactly where. I believe it was over by the existing Harry Reid Airport, but the report that I read said that they also purchased additional land in Prim. Long story short, like every other major metropolitan city, they want to build another airport or extend onto the current airport, which in my opinion Vegas so desperately needs. I don't know.
Man, I love a good airport.
You travel left and right, and I'm the one stuck picking you up. And I've waited in lines that are 2-3 hours long to just pick people up. Not to mention that you're, playing a game of Mario Kart to weave in and out of people. So, this is something that's really far down the road. Not until like 2032, I think they said is the earliest that this airport would open, but it's something that definitely needs to be talked about because as Vegas plans for expansion, especially towards the California border, up towards Mesquite, we're going to definitely need another airport. So
all I'm hearing is that Vegas will never die. It is ever growing, and it's the best place to invest in.
It's really good, yeah, pretty much.
I have to say that.
Well, you're not wrong, but I mean that's just going to make travel suck for everybody that lives here. I mean, especially during the holidays. Like, I don't know what I leave on Tuesday. I leave Tuesday at like 2:30 in the afternoon.
Hey, it will be my privilege to take you to the airport.
Well, when should I get to the airport?
You know what? We have
No. We're gonna have this debate right now. Best time to get to the airport.
Get there 4 hours early because then you can gamble.
Yeah, okay, that's Vegas.
I never gamble, and so that's what I love. I win at the airport.
Forget everything. I have a flight at 2:30. It's not a holiday. I'm getting to the airport at 1:45.
No, you're not.
I don't care what anybody says. I will race like I am Kevin McAllister trying to get to the plane. In my opinion, there is just so much time wasted. There's never a seat available. Everybody smells, and everything is super expensive. I don't want to sit in an airport for 2.5 hours and listen to this mom try to corral her 4 fucking kids and then complain that her son is too old to get her pre-boarded, and now I have to sit there and wait. No,
I'm sorry.
no.
You're like the Spirit Frontier person.
No, I fly Southwest.
I'm like in the lounges, so I don't have any of these
Okay,
problems.
you're flying the Gucci of airlines. I'm flying the Target of airlines.
I've earned it. I dress pretty. People love me.
My Southwest
I bring
credit card
treats to
pays for
people.
my flights. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, we'll talk about travel another time because I get upgraded all the time because I'm super nice. Guess what? Nobody is nice. 99% of people in airports are super mean. So when you have somebody with like, pretty eyelashes and a smile and like a bag of treats, I will talk about that later. I have a carry-on of freaking treat bags all the time and people are so
I'm gonna
thrilled.
record you tomorrow because we're flying Allegiant in Provo?
Yeah, we are just flying 45
Oh, yeah.
minutes, and it's a very cheap, very
45
last minute
minutes, it's an hour
flight
and a
to
half.
Provo. But it will be so fun.
Oh God.
Yeah, okay, we will do, you know what? We will do a pop-up podcast in the airport. Tips on travel by Aaron. Get
Airport,
ready.
let's do it on a plane.
Get ready. Oh, it'll be fun.
But anyways,
Well, okay, so we're gonna end with this debate. It's all over social media right now. It's very off topic, but when is it acceptable to put up your holiday decorations for Christmas? We're midway.
I stand by this because I've done it my whole life. Thanksgiving night, my mom would go out shopping, Black Friday shopping, and that's when Christmas decorations would go out. My dad and I, and as we got older, we would just do it. I'd put up
Back to my point that there's nothing else to do on Thanksgiving except nap and watch football and clean dishes.
I don't know if listen, I never got to go Black Friday shopping with my mom because she
it's
was
terrible.
shopping for an army, but I have heard stories
It's
of,
awful.
Listen, there was one year I really wanted this freaking Buzz Lightyear, and the story I was told is my mom beat up this old lady for a Buzz Lightyear.
Legit.
I got a Buzz Lightyear that year. I mean, Black Friday is not nearly as bad as it used to be, but regardless,
I was there during like the Cabbage Patch Teddy Ruxpin days, so
I'll never forget I saw an accident at KB Toys in Highland, Indiana. That
I've
was
never been so
hilarious.
scared. I went to Utah with my sister-in-law that has a lot of children, and so we each had, this is kind of before nice cell phones. So we had the walkie-talkies, we had the newspaper cutouts like laminated on clipboard. She was ready to go, and I was happy to be her soldier. And I was never so scared. I went and hid in the bathrooms. I was petrified. So love ya. No.
I'm going to go off topic here for just a second.
Y'all
I
are
know-
just getting
I know we
wads
got to
of
wrap this
dollar
up here
bills.
shortly, but I do want to talk about this. On the topic of Christmas decorations, we'll revert back to that. When do you think stores should open up for Black Friday? Because it's that time of the year where Black Friday, like stores come out and they're like, oh, we're closed on on Thursday
No.
and we open up at 6 a.m. on Friday. Like, I still think the tradition of opening up at like 12 o'clock right on the nose is kind of cool.
Thanksgiving is boring. Go shopping. Open it up.
Especially being, okay, but you want to give those people time to be with their families. Like, I remember...
Nah, I'll work it. I'll go work the Bath and Body store
The
on
one year
Thanksgiving.
I worked Black Friday, I had coffee thrown on me because I didn't save somebody an iPhone. I am perfectly fine with never having to do another Black Friday again.
That's why I stay
My
away.
heart goes out to anybody that has to work that weekend, especially retail workers. But
So do like I do at an airport, smile and be nice and see how far it gets you.
and don't throw coffee on people
No.
because you will get escorted out by your hands and your legs, and your husband will have to go pick you up from Lake County Jail.
Well, I am not decorated until after Thanksgiving. Just for respect for my husband. It is one of his favorite holidays, and even though I fight it, I think I'm going to do a holiday tree next year because I love Halloween. So it's going to be a Halloween tree. Maybe I'll find some turkey ornaments and throw that on the
Your
tree.
daughter's gonna
so it's
kill
like
you.
it's halfway there.
Your daughter's gonna...
I know you guys love Thanksgiving, so I will not be doing that
No,
afterwards.
I asked her about doing a holiday tree.
I want a holiday tree.
I think I broke our Christmas tree putting it away last year, so we're gonna find out in about a week. But anyways, she told me, she's like, holiday trees are stupid, Christmas trees are for Christmas and nothing else. So when she sees that, you might see her like walking out of your house with it like the Grinch.
You know what? That's why you guys have your own house. You do you, boo.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so
But-
we do want to wish everybody like a safe
We do.
holiday.
Yes.
So when you're out there, breathe, be calm, smile. It gets you a very, very far in life.
Pepper spray.
No.
You always gotta be pepper spray. Remember, the best time to buy a TV is not Black Friday, it is the week of the Super Bowl. Never buy a TV on Black Friday. That's not the deal. It's the week of the Super Bowl.
Oh,
you
and-
might be able to get some good deals on Cyber Monday.
And another nugget that I heard, the best time to buy travel is the day after Cyber Monday. So everybody, if you're looking toward travel, get your dates ready to go and look on Tuesday after Cyber Monday, which is the Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
Or just get a Costco membership and buy their gift cards for like $100 off.
There's a lot of ways to travel. I'm looking forward to that.
Anyways, we're gonna end the podcast here.
I'm gonna let you take this one. I always have the last word. This is my Thanksgiving gift to you.
Oh yeah, we're giving gifts now. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here. I have to go pack for a trip to Utah. It's gonna be cold, it's gonna be raining, and I have to watch a pretty poor, no offense Craig, a pretty poorly coached BYU team get slaughtered by Oklahoma. It's okay though, because my Bears are gonna get their asses whooped anyways. Have a good holiday, everybody, and stay safe. Make sure you have pepper spray on you. God bless. I don't know. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate around this time of year.
Happy holidays.
You know what? Sure. It can be happy holidays. It can be whatever you want.
Hey man,
You
enjoy
have
your
a good rest of
turkey.
your-
I'll probably be having
Ferris,
Taco
turn off the
Bell.
camera!